intelligence, shortened as AI, has continued to cause confusion and panic among many people, artists and advertising agencies being on top of the list. And tonight we look at a story in relation to that. Good evening and welcome to this live broadcast. We are here to inform you on what's happening in the country and beyond. Our reporters have been up and about, interacting with different issues and different people, and they have brought you different stories. Here are the top ones. Kelvin Kiptum laid to rest today in his Naiberi home, Uasin Gishu County. Police reservists shot dead and firearms stolen in Nosokuro banditry attack. Three people perish after gold mine collapses in Manyata, Vihiga County. I will not be intimidated by threats of impeachment, Kisii DG Robert Monda says. This is Kutv Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. And Evans Odhiambo joins us in the sign language interpretation tonight. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, world marathon record holder Kelvin Kiptum has finally been laid to rest today at his home in Naiberi, Uasin Gishu town, with various leaders, athletes, family members and friends mourning the early demise of the rising athletic star. Kiptum's final journey began at the Chepkorio showground in Elgeyo Marakwet, where a requiem mass was held as messages of condolences from family and leaders present were aired. President William Ruto and the World Athletics head Sebastian Coe were present.
Fallen world marathon record holder Kelvin Kiptum has today been laid to rest in his home in Naiberi, Uasin Gishu County. This being the last day for the family, friends and Kenyans, messages of condolences took center stage at the event.
Can't learn how to say goodbye to you.
President William Ruto was accompanied by leaders at the burial ceremony that brought together athletes, hundreds of residents who gathered at Kiptum's home with the same objective of mourning him and bidding him last farewell. Ruto, offering his condolences, described Kiptum as an ambitious and resilient person, congratulating him for rising despite challenges.
Don't have even running shoes. You heard him that he ran barefoot in his earlier days, but he didn't see those as impediments to his ambition and to his success.
Ruto further called on Kenyan athletes participating in the coming Paris Olympics to honor Kiptum by bringing victory home.
Paris is going to be the Olympics that is going to define this man, Kevin. We want you to make Paris an Olympics of Kevin Kiptum.
Other leaders came out to assure Kiptum's family that they will follow up on Kiptum's wealth from his management and present it to them.
We shall pursue every single coin and make sure it is put together to the benefit of this family. Your Excellency, I give that assurance.
And so that we also protect the rights of this family and the rights of these people. I want to request the managers who are managing Kevin that please do justice to Kelvin by making sure that no single cent of Kelvin disappears along the way.
Athletes were not left out. They came to mourn one of their own, and in that spirit urged the government to come up with the effective plan to help athletes live a decent life.
For these world record holders, please, we request to be given even security. The loss we have encountered in Kiptum is huge. It's so huge to the country and the world. But if we had security at that time, or a driver, we don't know the life of someone, but maybe we could have saved him.
Kiptum, who was only 24 years old when he met his death, died alongside his coach Gavis Akizimana in a road accident alongside Eldoret Kaptagat Road on 11th February. Kiptum had smashed the London Marathon record before crowning Chicago Marathon Olympics last year, where he wrote a new record of 2 hours and 35 seconds. Vivian Opio, KUTV.
May his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. Now, a National Police reservist guard in Nosokuro Primary School was shot dead, and his firearm was stolen following a banditry attack in Nosokuro in Baringo. The officer was shot while escorting a deputy head teacher to the institution. It is reported that bandits have been surrounding the school for 2 weeks now, causing panic to teachers and pupils of the school. The school head teacher and a rider in their company sustained gunshot wounds. Our very own Theo Masharia reports.
A National Police reservist was shot in the chest and died on the spot at Nosukuro, 1 kilometer from Nosukuro Primary School, while the deputy head teacher of the school, together with a rider, sustained gunshot wounds after bandits sprayed them with bullets on their way to Kiserian, Baringo County. As the deputy head teacher narrates, they encountered naked bandits who lit fire on the road before shooting at them.
So nilikuwa nikiendesha nikaona watu wawili ambao hawakuwa na nguo wakichochea moto. Na yule NPR aliweza kupigwa. Alafu mimi nikadive left side. Wakati nilijaribu kutoroka, nikaona ni kama risasi imesidi sana na ni kama hao watu wanakimbia towards the direction. Ndio sasa risasi kanipata mkono.
Teachers and pupils at Nosukuro Primary School have been living in fear for the past 2 weeks as bandits continue to surround the area, despite alerting the authorities, who are being accused of doing very little to repulse the bandits. The bandits now seem to have changed tack, in that when all the attention has been focused towards one area, they strike in another place. Residents are now challenging the government to be alert and swing into action.
Hata kabla kutoa ile mwili kwa moshari na ongezwe ingine. Naambia county commissioner, hebu jaribu kuamka kama chairman wa peace wa Baringo County na serikali yako yote, na ufanye mkakati ya kufanya watu waishi makwao.
Mukutani Ward MCA Paul Lolgisoi says that bandits have turned them into morgue attendants since they keep collecting bodies and take them to the morgue due to escalating banditry.
MCA amerudi ni kama baadhi ya watu ambao wanafanya kwa mochari. MCA kazi yake ni kuleta maiti. MCA kazi yake ni kuja kuona watu wanatibiwa. Yani ile representation ambayo tulichaguliwa kufanya sasa imekuwa ni kusafirisha wagonjwa na kusafirisha maiti.
Learning at Nosukuro Primary School is expected to be disrupted following the attack. This adds up to the list of 5 schools now closed in Baringo North, Kosile, Ngaratuko, Kibenos, Kagir and Yatia, with people fleeing as bandits have now taken over and run the area with the jungled rules. The new wave of killings has left 9 people dead so far in Baringo County. The head teacher and the rider are recuperating at Baringo County Referral Hospital. While the challenge persists, the government strategy involves a continuous assessment aimed for a sustained program to eliminate banditry, with residents hopeful to experience lasting peace and security. Theo Masharia for KUTV.
3 mine workers have been confirmed dead after the collapse of a mine they were working in at Manyata village in Vihiga County collapsed. During the incident, 4 men got trapped inside the gold mine, and one of the dead workers has been identified as a 38-year-old man named Patrick Aseli. Vihiga County Commissioner Felix Watakila appealed to the residents to observe safety regulations on unlicensed mining activities. Akida Kasim with the details.
The family of a 38-year-old man, Patrick Aseli, is among 3 families that are in mourning. This follows the collapse of a gold mine on Thursday evening in Manyata village in Vihiga County. The family members who lost their loved ones in the tragedy narrated their last moments and previous expectations with their loved ones.
Mmoja wa hao wenye wameangukiwa na mchanga ni jirani wangu kule Chavugami, na hadi yeye ndiye amepatikana mpaka wakati wa saa.
Hali ya hiyo tukakaa hapa tukafikiria Patia anaweza toka kwa shimo kama kohai, kama niko hapa nimuone, nimuongeleshe. Patia hakutolewa kwa shimo saa hiyo.
According to the residents, the 4 got trapped under a huge shaft of sand, making it difficult for local rescue mission to retrieve the bodies. During the rescue operations, 1 body was retrieved.
Nikapilika zangu za kupita nikasikia jamaa anapiga hapo nduru. Mimi nikashtuka kuangalia ndani nikapata mchanga umemwangukia. Hivyo mimi nikaingia ndani nikambeba nikamweka hapo kwa stand hapo ili mwingine wamsaidie.
The county commissioner Felix Watakila has called the community to observe safety regulations. He further added that there is need to streamline operations of unlicensed mining in the country.
But any operation to do with gold mining has to be done or conform to the constitution of the land and the rule of law. Sitaongea mengi lakini hii mkasa iwe funzo kwa sisi wote.
The bodies of the deceased was taken to Vihiga County Funeral Home, while other rescued miners have been discharged from hospital. Akida Kasim, KUTV.
We pray that the Almighty God continues to rest the souls of the deceased. We now take you to Kisii, where the Deputy Governor Robert Monda has scoffed at the impeachment motion brought against him, saying he has performed his duty of advising Governor Simba. Speaking at his rural home in Kisii, Mr. Monda said he has given Mr. Simba Arati enough time to perform his duty, but whenever he advises the governor fails to heed to his advice.
Kisii Deputy Governor Robert Monda brushed off impeachment motion, claiming that he has performed his role in advising Governor Simba Arati, who has occasionally failed to heed to his advice.
My business as the deputy is to advise my boss. When you advise, you don't come to the media. I'll only talk to him and tell him I feel this is not the right way. That I've said. So that I have given him sufficient time for him either to also see what I'm saying or discard it in total, just like he has done.
Monda added that he will not be intimidated by threats of impeachment while delivering their campaign pledges as promised to the public, noting that he has sufficient answers and it is the responsibility of the holders of the motion to ensure that they have a case to prosecute.
A situation of intimidation, a situation where you are told you will be impeached. So if you want to be safe, please shut your mouth, keep quiet so that you survive. I survive what? We created this government together for the one purpose of delivering our campaign pledges to the people of Kisii County.
The deputy governor added that he regretted Kisii County being negatively portrayed despite his efforts to fight corruption in the procurement sector. Monda added that most cases, the governor's team get paid first to procurement deals, leaving others unpaid, noting threats to county officials if they appear in his offices.
There are claims or processes where some payments have been under question. They have consistently and persistently instructed the CCMs, the CEOs, the directors not to make appearance in the Deputy Governor's office. If they did, they risked being fired. And
the Deputy Governor claims to have yet received accusations plotted against him to enable him stage a defense. Dorothy Musyoka, KUTV.
And the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, Mithika Rinturi, accompanied by other leaders, has visited the Ol Panjeta Ranch in Laikipia County to inspect beef farming. According to Linturi, the government is yet to meet the high demand for beef locally and internationally. Thus, more efforts are needed to boost the production.
While speaking at Ole Panjeta Ranch, the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture Mithika Rinturi said that there is a high demand for beef and hides, both locally and internationally, compared to what the farmers have been producing. Linturi noted that the government is putting up measures to ensure farmers receive the support they need in order to increase production.
We want to see how we can be able to build capacity of our farmers to be able to respond to the demands of the market. If all the requirements or the safety measures are put in place and the necessary support is given to control disease, the right nutrition is given, there is very great possibility of us producing very prime beef for export market.
Laikipia Governor Joshua Irungu added that one of the major problems facing farmers is the inability to control cattle diseases due to lack of a mass vaccination.
The issue of the disease control in the partnership of the national government and the counties surrounding this region, we can be able to do a mass vaccination, because the moment Laikipia County does the vaccination alone and then the neighboring counties they don't, then we'll have done almost zero work. And that's why supporting and creating conducive environment for investors like Ropajeta, Mutara and others, it is only when the county government and the national government partner together and we do a mass vaccination.
On his part, the Principal Secretary for Livestock, Jonathan Mueke, noted that the government has established international markets for beef and it is up to the farmers to produce enough meat and hides for exportation and local use.
We have discussed with the management of this ranch some of the things we'll partner with as a government just to help them also expand their business, especially in market linkages abroad. You know, our government has a policy now on economic diplomacy, where we are opening markets for our goods and services all over the world. And we want to encourage our people to produce for these markets.
Large-scale livestock farmers have been urged to give guidance to small-scale farmers. Also, farmers have been asked to focus on beef farming as a means of earning a living. Gracia Saganda, KUTV.
Thank you, Gracia Saganda, for that wonderful story. Guess what? On the second half of this, on the second part of this particular bulletin, we have another interesting story that revolves around agriculture, so you better stay tuned. But for now, it is 20 minutes past 9 p.m. Perfect time to take a short break. We'll be right back in a bit.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi vuguvugu. Pepo pa ni idea.
Sazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, hiyo inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi. News.
Ni Duniani Leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
You need to look for high quality friends.
I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, you know Portmore. That's my village.
Kanga tu chini hapo ukinyedhia ukikatia mademo akipita.
Sinaweza saa hii nimekuja kukopesa choo.
All right, Evans, Othiambo, and I are back to make sure you're informed on what's happening in the country and beyond. And we now get into our business wrap, where the Treasury has cleared more than half of Kenya Airways guaranteed debt with a fresh 6.9 billion payment in the quarter that ended in December 2023. According to the latest payment, the Treasury has offset 53.7 billion shillings out of 69.9 billion shillings KQ debt took over the last year to restructure the operations of the national carrier. This and more in the following report.
The Treasury has now cleared more than half of Kenya Airways guaranteed debt with a fresh 6.9 billion shillings payment in the quarter that ended in December 2023. According to the Treasury, the national government has paid 6.9 billion shillings in guaranteed debt on behalf of Kenya Airways, with which the payments consisted of 5.5 billion shillings as principal payments and 1.4 billion shillings as interest. KQ says in 6 months of its operation ending June 2023, it reported an operating profit but remained in loss territory due to the exchange rate depreciation. At the same period, KQ had outstanding liabilities totaling to 302 billion shillings, including outstanding claims by the government on account of its past and ongoing support. Elsewhere, the Controller of Budget, Margaret Nyakango, has flagged the cost of concessional loans taken up by the government over the years from lenders such as the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank, saying they might be expensive in the long run. According to the Controller of Budget, the average interest paid on concessional loans has averaged to 14.5%, which is more expensive compared to commercial loans that the country has contracted from sovereign bond market. Additionally, Kenya Power says consumers will save 2 billion shillings every year via a donor-funded program that seeks to construct expensive fuel off-grid stations with solar panels. According to the Utilities Managing Director, Joseph Siror, the stations will utilize solar power during the day and use fuel in the evening. Dorothy Musyoka, KUTV.
And the Agricultural Society of Kenya, ASK Embu, is calling upon farmers in Embu and the neighboring counties to attend the upcoming ASK Embu show set to begin on 14th of March. And it will be a great opportunity for them to learn more and gain knowledge about farming technologies that are upcoming. Speaking during an exhibitors forum at Winter Lodge in Embu, the Eastern Branch ASK chairman Martin Mutegi stated that the upcoming Embu show will host the largest number of exhibitors ever.
The Agriculture Society of Kenya ASK Embu is urging farmers in Embu to attend the Embu Agricultural Show organized by the society, saying that this will be a great opportunity for participants to learn more about new farming technologies. Speaking at the Exhibitors Forum in Winter Lodge, Embu, Martin Mutegi, the ASK chairman Upper East, said that the show will commence on the 14th of March and it will host various exhibitors.
I want to take this opportunity to welcome you all to our Embu show, which will commence from 14 March to 16 March. This time we have partnered the national government, we have partnered with the county government and other stakeholders. This year we're expecting big. We have right now we have over 100 exhibitors who have already confirmed participating.
The 3-day event is set to host over 50,000 people, with the Cabinet Secretary of Agriculture, Honorable Mutegi Linturi, being among the honorable guests.
We have mobilized a lot of show goers. This time we expect over 50,000 people attending. We expect our guest honor, Honorable Mutegi, the CS Agriculture, to raise the question on 14. So I take this on 15 March. So I take this opportunity to welcome you to turn the show.
The outgoing chairman of ASK, Dr. John Mukundi, highlighted the theme of this year's show is promoting climate-smart agriculture and trade initiatives for sustainable economy.
Theme yetu ya hii mwaka ya Agricultural Society of Kenya hapa Embu ni promoting climate-smart agriculture and trade initiative for sustainable economic growth. Kwa hivyo ndio sababu tuko hapa, tunataka watu ambao wanataka kuja kwa maonyesho ya kilimo waweze kusoma mambo ambayo ni ya ukulima kutumia teknolojia za kisasa.
Additionally, Peter Mutegi, the Kenya Young Farmers Club chairman, requests schools to embrace young farmers and initiate young farmers clubs in order to nurture young farmers.
Peter Mutegi, Young Farmers National Chairman in Kenya, and I'm here to invite and welcome the schools, the secondary schools, to embrace our young farmers. Let us have clubs for young farmers in our schools. Let us initiate them.
Overall, the ASK Embu show promises to educate farmers and enrich them with experience.
"30 past 9 p.m, another perfect time to take our second short break right here on Kutv Primetime News. We will be back with more, including a story that you don't want to miss about AI.
Access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more only on Law Matters.
Agatha told me something that is deeply shocking about Dad.
Geoffrey, you're under arrest for attempted kidnapping.
What I am most concerned about is who is feeding you such lies, Mr. Inspector.
Our affair has gone on far enough, and I'm telling you, I want it to end right now.
It's a raid. We have a lot of guns here. If you want to stay alive, come on with your
Just you use your fists because your words are weak.
Oh, darling.
From the farm to the consumer, we explore agribusiness opportunities right here with you.
Changamoto lingine ni soko. Soko saa ingine bei inashuka tu drastic, kama saa hii hoho imeshuka chini.
On Money Monday, we explore business stories and engage business professionals as reference points for analyzing investment opportunities.
Last year, the economy grew by 4.8%, which is really an indication of the resilience of the economy.
If we don't grow the economy, then we cannot have economic transformation.
We shall bring you up to speed with everything taking center stage in the business world and the state of the nation. Join me, Ann Odida, every Sunday and Monday for captivating, entertaining, and informative stories at 9 p.m.
Where we ask the coolest questions in science. Let's go! Is yogurt really just rotten milk? Why do humans need sharks to survive? How did a 12-year-old boy from Africa invent modern vanilla farming? How do you deliver medicine to a chimpanzee? Can poop be useful? How can you save the planet by reducing air pollution? To help us answer these questions, we are inviting some wonderful guests from the world of science. They will enlighten you, make you hungry for knowledge, oxygenate your brain, and make your ideas flow. This is Engine Season 3. Let's go!
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. Now, Evans, Othiambo and I are back, and so are you. So, welcome back. Kenyan companies facing economic challenges are turning to artificial intelligence to reduce production and advertising expenses. That is causing anxiety among artists and ad agencies who fear reduced income and job losses that AI can replace their work, the work that they have always done. Mohammed Yusuf from VOA reports from Nairobi.
With the coming of artificial intelligence, Kenyan companies and businesses have been quick to incorporate computer-controlled robots for various tasks to save time and cost. Kartasi Products, one of the biggest publishing companies based in Nairobi, is among those embracing AI technology. Instead of relying on outside artists, the company now uses AI to handle book covers, texting and layout, and has cut product design time by 2/3 from approximately 3 months to 1.
Because everything is within your fingertips. So you find that you don't only save on time, but also you save on cost, because you don't have to hire out any services. So at the moment we are saving, the cost savings that we are getting from AI, it is translated into the final product.
David Karega, the head of East and Southern Africa at Woodrow, a communications firm, says AI helps companies reach out to their customers.
With AI, where organizations, institutions, and companies are starting to look at AI in the sense of, how can it help me in this moment where my budgets are cut to still continue doing, effective communications. And what I've observed is AI becoming a kind of a value creator, and you can look at it being a value creator both from an agency perspective and from a client perspective, or the company.
The adoption of AI is creating fear among artists and advertising agencies that revenue and jobs will continue to shrink. Simon Mwanzia, creative chief for one such agency, the Arts Group, acknowledges the trend and the cost benefits, though he thinks companies will be better off relying on professionals to handle their advertising.
all the design work is done in-house, so that means that's less revenue for the agency. So we'll definitely take a hit. But we do not foresee a situation where companies do that, because we always emphasize and also try to advocate for that. People need to focus on their key strengths.
Currently, AI programs used in advertising often create deformed creatures and worldly scenes that require many hours to edit. However, the World Advertising Research Center says spending by Africa's advertising sector fell by 11.6% last year, an indication of the likely increased use of AI. Mohammed Yusuf, VOA News, Nairobi.
By the way, it is good to note that AI is here to stay. It has just scratched the surface. And so like internet came and has never left, AI is here to stay, and we need to adapt and learn how to use AI for our benefit. I just felt the need to say that. We move to Nigeria, where after years of focus on oil and gas, Nigerian authorities are taking a new look at the mining industry as part of their drive to diversify their economy. But the country is still reeling from environmental damage caused by old mining operators and the illegal mining that continues. VOA's Timothy Obiezu reports.
Phoebe Gang has been illegally digging for 3 years to find one of central Nigeria's most precious minerals, tin. This is one side out of many in Plateau State where thousands of locals are trying to make quick cash by mining. Gang says she makes about $15 a week and it's worth all the risk.
If government don't want us to do it, then let's provide something for us. Let's provide food or job for us, because we cannot just follow our hand like that and be watching.
When found, the tin is washed and separated from the sand. It is then weighed, bought, smelted and sold to larger companies for use primarily in electronics. Nigeria has rich deposits of more than 40 different minerals, according to the country's Geological Survey Agency, and the government wants to increase its mining operations. But farmer Emmanuel Simon says he's still suffering from mines that used to operate in the region.
Since we were kids, they started tin mining in our village and our farmland has been destroyed. We no longer farm in those areas, and even if we did, we won't get any harvest no matter how much fertilizer we applied. We won't get anything.
The wells created by the digging are often not covered and sometimes turn into large gullies that make farming impossible. Abandoned mining ponds also pose danger to locals, especially children. Between September and October last year, more than 30 people died in mining sites in the area, according to the Plateau Indigenous Miners Association. But authorities like Peter Worm, Plateau State's Commissioner for Environment, Climate Change and Mineral Development, say the country wants to take advantage of the demand for Nigerian minerals.
There's been a resurgence of mining again globally, not just here on the plateau. Demand globally has spiked due to these particular minerals used to build, the new things that we use in the world today, especially our computers, phones, vehicles, batteries, and so on. And that's why we see it. It's almost like a gold rush. So many people are coming here.
Worm says any new mining licenses will come with agreements to minimize environmental damage and create value by ensuring companies set up processing facilities here in Nigeria. Authorities are also trying to bring the illegally operating small miners back under the rule of law.
The government is looking at, we don't want to address them anymore as illegal miners. We're looking at them as artisanal miners, and we're bunching them into cooperatives and giving them the needed tools for them to be able to mine in a safe manner.
In the meantime, people like Gang say they will continue their illegal search for tin and the money to keep their families housed and fed. Timothy Obiezu, VOA News, Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria.
As I've said before, my boss Laban Shaban says once in a while in his dialect, that is Kiswahili, that if you don't take a break, you don't have the strength to continue. And I feel like we need to take another break so that we are able to continue and wind up on sports news. So we do exactly that. I'll be back in a bit.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi vuguvugu. Pepo pa ni idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, hiyo inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni Duniani Leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
What are some of the ways through which you can develop these skills so that we are comfortably fitting into the job?
You have to put yourself in positions where you are uncomfortable. Uncomfortable in the sense that you are not clear about what to do.
Because I used to work a corporate job before. So when I left, I happened to visit someone's farm around this area.
So this project is called Security Breach Detector and Can Familiarize. It is meant to be used to detect, detonate explosives.
We'll tackle all the tough issues, discuss all the weird moments, and hopefully share a few laughs along the way.
Welcome back. This is Sports News. President William Ruto has said that the government will set aside sports fund that will only be dedicated to sporting activities, including building training facilities to elevate the welfare of sportsmen in the country. Ruto was speaking during the burial of the world marathon record holder at Chepkorio village in Elgeyo Marakwet County. Kelvin Kiptum died alongside his coach Gervais Hakizimana on February 11th in a tragic road accident along Elgeyo Marakwet Eldama Ravine Road.
I want to tell the sporting fraternity that we have now reinstated sports fund to deal with only matters sports. Now that fund is going to be dedicated 100% to making sure that we deal with only matters sports. And I want to confirm to you that the stadia you have asked for all the other facilities, the training centers you have asked for, will now become a possibility because we have secured funding for it. And we have eliminated all the other issues from being funded by Sports Fund.
And tennis sensation Angela Okutoi will headline Team Kenya in the upcoming Africa Games in Accra, Ghana, that is slated for March 2024 in an 8-member provisional squad released by Kenya Tennis. The 8-member squad, which includes Ismail Changawa, Albert Njogu, US-based Alicia Owegi, and Rosehilda Asumwa, among others, will be seeking a ticket to represent the country in the Olympic Games for the first time. The team has been in the residential camp for the past 4 weeks, ready for the Continental Games with the eyes fixed on the prize. We have come to the close of the conversation. That is a news bulletin tonight. And thank you so much for joining us for a close to 50 minutes of information on happenings here in the country and beyond. Thank you so much for giving us your time. And I want to give a big shout out to the news team headed by Laban Shaban for making sure that we have the stories right here, including my producer Yvonne Kimuma, who has done a fantastic job tonight, and my director Boniface Odhiambo, who has been with us also in this particular bulletin, ensuring success in the midst of many other people that I may not be able to mention tonight. Many thanks for making this bulletin a success. That's why we come to the close of the conversation for now. Be sure to stay tuned to KUTV. That is a new experience, so that you can be able to be informed on what's happening in the country and beyond. And can be able to be entertained and educated in equal measure. We come to the close of the conversation once again. Evans Othiambo is a sign language interpreter, and my name is Mutegi K. Martin. Good night.
Are you